What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video. And ever since Kotaku came running for the defense of Sweet Baby Inc. and all the game journalists out there came running to the defense of Sweet Baby Inc., there's been even more eyes on Sweet Baby Inc., more eyes on the Kotaku journalists, more eyes on everybody everywhere because of just how bad these situations are going. Now we have a update in this all in the form of Sweet Baby Inc. CEO and co-founder Kim Belair compares white male gamers to picky babies. That's the reality of this whole situation. She outright comes out and says that the core demographics of video games are picky babies, and we keep treating them like picky babies. But don't just take my word for it. Here is the actual clip from the GDC in which she says outright that they are picky babies and we're treating them like picky babies. This is just insane what we have here.
And I think that in our industry and in so many creative industries, if you want to look at film and television and any art form, we start treating our core demographics as a fixed and static value, something that does not want to change and something that is locked in place.
Real quick before we move on, because it truly is. Your core demographic is a fixed and stagnant value. What you are, sending yourself out for should always be more tailored for this core demographic. That means gamers. What do gamers like? Well, gamers like good storytelling, good video games, and, actual difficult things. But the thing is, what she's saying here is, well, the core demographic of gamers is something completely different. And she continues on, not making any sense. Like, this is business 101. This is your demographic. Cater to the largest group of people in your demographic because they're going to be the ones with the money that come out and buy it. This is business. This is marketing. This is how this stuff works. But no, we can't have that.
So despite the changing face of audiences, despite the changing face of conferences like this one, we still look at our core demographics and say, okay, they're white, cis, hetero males.
Oh, so now ignoring actually gamers as a whole, she's now singling them down to how they present in the world. White, cis, hetero males. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Those are our core demographics. The white male is the core demographic. And you know what? That's bad because she continues on saying something honestly disgusting.
And we cater almost exclusively to them. And the problem is that we don't just cater to them here's something that we think you'll enjoy. We cater to them the way that we cater to a picky baby.
They cater to us like we're a picky baby. Like we're a picky, undeciding baby. How disgusting can she get? But it keeps getting worse.
We feed them the same thing that we know that they love, and we keep on feeding it. We're like, here you go, you love it, eat this, eat this, eat this. So that then when they get anything else, they react as a picky baby would, which is be like, oh, no, thank you.
I don't get her logic here, okay? I don't get her logic. Because what she's saying is, well, our core demographic, even though in reality your core demographic for gamers should be gamers, people that like video games, ignore your race, sexuality, and everything like that. It's gamers that you need to be catering to, not this very skin deep ideology thing. It's people that like video games. Well, when it comes to JRPGs, who likes JRPGs? Well, people that like JRPGs. That's what it is. People that like video games. Yes, there's certain demographics that can lean towards one way or other. Usually when it comes to gaming, the vast majority of gaming is guys, but other than being more focused on guys, because you're giving them what they want, because you want to make money in this industry that is called business. No, they're picky babies now because they're not going to want any of this stuff. We can't give them this stuff because they're going to say no. Well, I mean, you recently put out Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. How did that deal?
I do not want this. And we've actually done this so long that what we're doing is creating an entire nation of picky babies, and they make us scared to deviate from what we actually want to do.
Because the picky baby in this situation is also the customer. The person that gives you money, the person that goes around spending money on you. But no, you don't want money. You want ideology. You want to force this stuff in here. You want to now go around saying, well, all these guys are just picky babies. The white male gamer is a picky baby. They just because they have the money doesn't mean we're going to be catering them to anymore. We're going to be catering to people that don't have the money, don't already play video games, don't want anything to do with us, but we're going to be making video games and stuff for them now, is what she's trying to say. We need to be focusing in on them, and she keeps doubling down.
Just in case these picky babies don't want to play your games.
Because the picky baby has the money!
And we've made a lot of progress. Obviously, like, I don't say this to completely go like, just give up. We've screwed it. But I think it's still amazing that I can be seated in a meeting and told that out of 12 characters, we already have one black one, so there can't possibly be a second. I get that way too much. And
you see where this is going. It's because they don't want black guys. They don't want black people. They don't want that. No, what it is gamers don't want ideology. Gamers don't want a black character whose only character trait about him is that he's a black character, that he's a black individual. But for you, it's usually a black female individual. But there's another one that just sparked up just a few days ago. Yet another one that came out. This one is even more telling about her whole ideology here and who Kim Berler, I believe is her name again. I keep forgetting because she's just so forgettable. I mean, look at her. She outright said more of the quiet parts aloud, because this is how Sweet Baby Inc. engages. This is how the gaming industry and a lot of these people that they bring into the gaming industry nowadays truly think and truly act in the world. Okay, here's this. I get this one's a little bit more edited for, you know, entertainment and to try to drive some stuff home, but I do want to play this for you because it's so freaking telling.
we work very hard to get marginalized talent into the industry, to protect them the way that we would want to have been protected, to lift them up, and to get them into an industry where they're too often shut out. And basically, I think to take over,
To basically take over. To basically force out everybody prior to them, everybody that made this stuff, you know, acceptable, everybody that made this stuff, you know, enjoyable, everybody that pushed this in a correct way and honestly made the thing profitable for everybody, not just white guys, but black individuals, Asian individuals, women, gay guys, everything like that, because the gaming industry was already open to literally everybody, but because maybe just how nature has been working out, more people look a certain way, you end up saying, well, no, we can't have that. We must change our demographics because those guys are bad because of the way they were born, due to racism, honestly, to their racism, not our racism. So we want to start changing it. We want to start getting in there, and we want to take it over to push our ideology and destroy it. You already have her complaining about white guys being, and then saying we don't want to cater to gamers anymore. And then at the same time, she comes out and says, well, we want to take it over. We want to take it over, is what she's saying.
take over, in the hopes that some really dope people will be able to lead into kind of a new era for an industry that's been kind of, you know, the same way too long.
The same way too long. The same way too long. So you already have her complaining about gamers and everything and trying to cycle them all down to just being white people. Then you have her saying, well, we're trying to honestly take over, push people to take over because it's been the same way too long. And then you start combining all that with this one from that same GDC presentation and everything, and how she is honestly pushing this into the industry and how she's changing the world her own way.
Creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years. Put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
That's all you need to hear. That's all these people are. They are opportunistic grifters who are trying to change the gaming industry because they don't like the fact that for years now it was catering to gamers, but she doesn't even know what a gamer is because she solely thinks that the gamer is the straight white male and ignores the fact that video games have been for everybody for decades. The demographic breakdowns are already there. So when you come in here, go like, well, I don't like that this demographic over here is actually enjoying this. and we're trying to make money over here. Let's force our way in by threatening you with cancellation, cancel mobs, and everything like that, and then let's crap on the core base as it is and just call them straight white male picky baby creeps, and then we're gonna take it in another way because we want to take over. That's all this is. But I do want to make this clear, guys. This is not just a Sweet Baby Inc. thing. This is a AAA studio thing right now as well. You have AAA studios, the people who have made some of your most beloved games, whether it's Red Dead Redemption, whether it's the Grand Theft Auto games, whether it's obviously the Arkham games, things of that nature. All the people that have made these games, they're now gone. They're no longer around. They're no longer here. But it's because of stack tactics is what I'm going to say, that Sweet Baby Inc. is so readily telling us what they've been doing for so many years. They forced their way in. They got in there, and now they're boasting about it. That's why you have Kotaku coming out here defending them. That's why you have game devs and people like that coming out here trying to defend them, because Sweet Baby Inc. told the tactics of what's happening, and this is an issue across the board. It's not just Sweet Baby Inc. that's doing this. There's other companies. There's Hit Detection. There's Black Girl Gamer. There's Gamer X, and when I say Gamer X, I mean Gamer X. All sorts of different companies, and then on top of that, you have Sweet Baby Inc. Not just Sweet Baby Inc., but AAA game studios pushing this ideology as well. This is a sickness within the gaming industry as itself. And we just now have them saying the quiet parts out loud. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.